It's been a little while since you were out here. How long ago was that?
About 2 years ago.
Okay, about 2 years ago. And at the time, what did the business look like?
We were about as mom and pop as it gets. So I'm in a partnership with a married couple. It was honestly the three of us and a couple AMs. And we shortly after had our dispo guy start. So
Okay, so you came out here. You already had acquisition reps on your team. Okay, so when you came out here and you had a small team, what did like performance look like then? Were you guys like struggling a little bit? Was it kind of a roller coaster? Like, what did that look like?
roller coaster is a good example. We were struggling to train our AMs specifically because we were bouncing around. This wasn't working. So let's try something new.
Trying to figure it out on your own, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, cool. So then when you came out here, like what was like the first one or two things that you went back and implemented?
Honestly, the first thought I felt was relief because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have to reinvent the wheel. And so shortly after we got our AMs on a training platform, which gave us the opportunity to manage them and hold them accountable for their actions and the things they were saying.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to do. We bought 100% in, like, this is what we're going to say. And if you don't say this and you committed to it, then I'm going to call you out on it.
What's interesting there is, correct me if I'm wrong, what I heard was you bought 100% into the sales process and you decided to go all in on that. And that's what ultimately like helped you guys figure that out.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It felt like the blindfold came off and I'm like, okay, we're going to do this and we'll ride it till it dies if we have to. And honestly, it's panned out.
Nice, man. Okay. So when you implemented the sales process, now you got the acquisition guys fully onboarded to the sales process. Like what happened with KPIs? Did you have line of sight to those? Can you walk through like maybe how your coach maybe identified a gap and helped you solve that? Do you have anything that comes to mind? I know it's
honestly, like I am the gap.
Yeah.
I am the problem. So you mentioned the word being in the technical seat, and that is my natural reaction. Stepping in, solving problems, figuring them out, assessing the situation, taking them off my team's role or off of what they're doing instead of giving it to them. And quickly we realized like TC was the biggest issue. Following up with our sellers, keeping that rapport, keeping them informed, keeping them included in the situation, and then training somebody to step into those roles, especially title issues, and say like, I need you to call this person every day. I need you to call this person every week. And so bringing that TC on was kind of the first step for me, somebody who's sitting in a technical seat after the AMs. You just take that piece off.
So you got the AMs onto the sales process. Did you see deal flow increase pretty rapidly? Like what happened with that?
Yeah, I would say we definitely saw more consistency in that. And then it was like, okay, is this the right person was quickly the first question that we asked of like, all right, we gave them a proven system. We trained them on a proven system. We've got commitment and it's still not working.
Yeah.
And so the gapology was super helpful of like, okay, we're doing everything that we were told that is working. Like obviously there's an issue here with a person or end of performance.
Yeah. So how many acquisition reps did you have total at that time?
2 total.
And then one of the 2 wasn't performing.
Yes, sir.
But the other one was performing. Okay.
Right.
So then you were able to leverage gapology to say it wasn't it's not I heard you say, is it me? Is it them? Is it the leads? Is it the market? Is it this? Is it that? You were able to clearly identify, I did everything I could as a leader so you can make a confident decision. Did you end up turning performance around or did you part ways with that person?
We ended up parting ways.
Okay.
And it was amicable. We were friends previously.
But you were able to make a crystal clear, confident decision.
Absolutely.
Which is super helpful.
Sure.
So then what does the team look like here today?
So as of now, we've got about 10 employees. We've got our dispo and sales manager here. Brandon joined us 3 months ago. And he's doing awesome. And Jose's been with us now 2 years almost. And I'm thankful for both those guys. And last year, we finished the year about 1.5.
Nice.
And we have 3 million in projected as of today.
What? Are you kidding me? That's insane.
In a wild ride. So, honestly, guys, I have an immense gratitude for you guys. And for me, it just felt like I was pulling my hair out all the time. What's not working? Why isn't it working? And it's removed a lot of those questions from me.
Yeah.
We have a plan now. And let's execute our plan.
Yeah, I feel your pain on pulling the hair out, but no, dude, that's really cool. So, what's like a challenge right now that you're working through with your coach? I'm just curious. Like what's one thing you guys are focused on?
Yeah, I'm still stuck in a lot of the technical stuff. Messy evictions, stuff like that. Just driving around, having to walk houses. I mean, we had a sewer situation just completely blow up while I was here. And so I am curious about the project manager role that you guys have.
Yeah.
But as we're pulling pieces off of each other's plates, it's made me look at, man, I need to be working on the business. I don't need to be stepping into these messy situations. I need to find somebody that can do this at an affordable rate so that we can work on our business.
Yeah. And from what it sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong here, sounds like from acquisitions for the most part, like you're no longer stepping in and stealing the ball. Like that's been taken over.
Yes, sir.
Transactions sounds like for the most part, you're not stepping in, stealing the ball. It's really like you're getting into the technical weeds with rehabs, like construction specifically.
Correct. Yeah. And Jose stepped into Dispo and he's crushing it.
Nice.
We pulled Brandon in because it was just ditching my sales guys every day. And they were looking at me like, hey, I know you're busy. And I'm like, man, this is not going to work.
Yeah.
I can't be busy if you need support, and I can't support you if I'm not here.
Right. So 10 people on the team, that's awesome. You've removing yourself from the weeds and a lot of the day-to-day. You're starting to work more on the business. Have you recently onboarded a acquisition rep? I'm just curious.
Can you clarify that?
Like, have you recently hired an acquisition specialist and took them through the onboarding?
We actually just hired a fuss specialist. It's our second opportunity to try a fuss specialist, and I'm not sure if it's going to work out.
Yeah.
But seemed like a great fit. She went through the training and she's struggling now, honestly, at 10 days in. So I'm like, well, if we're 10 days in, well, I'm not sure this is going to work, but excited about that opportunity now. Honestly, that we've ripped that Band-Aid off, gone through the motions, and like, okay, now we know what to do. Now we know more what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing from like a KPI perspective? Are you walking through with your coach and saying, hey, here's their conversions. Like, can you give me like some pointers on what we might be able to fix here? Or like, can you walk through how you're going about trying to solve that?
Yeah. Like specifically with our AMs?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Connection rate's always an issue, something we have to keep our eye on for sure. And then it turns into, all right, are we getting quality conversations? Why are we not getting quality conversations?
What's an example? I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. This is great information, I think, for everybody in the room. So what it's like something here recently that you've seen kind of get in the way of those conversions?
So we've got a guy right now that's an AM. He's super talented. He's great with people. He's super extroverted. I mean, he could talk to a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
It's easy for him to gain rapport. However, the second Price is mentioned, if we're nowhere in the ballpark, he kills it.
So he's not following the qualification process.
Exactly. And so that was a big pointer for me today of like, man, why are you having these long conversations with people and we're not getting offers out? And so it's like, you could skilled it. And so that opportunity of like, all right, our quality conversations are good. What's happening here between quality conversations and processes?
Yeah. So was this something that took you some time to develop that skill set? So it's beautiful that you're able to look at the KPIs and you're able to pinpoint, okay, we're disqualifying people too early and not properly following the qualification process. Is that something that took you some time to get to, or is that something that you're able to pick up pretty quickly?
I think it's both and.
Yeah,
honestly,
repetition.
I'm eternally grateful for Coach Mike to be like, hey, are you watching this? I'm like, no. Thank you.
Yeah.
What do we do about it? And he's like, well, here's the red flag indicator. Like, let's work through this together.
Yeah.
And so
Cool.
Honestly, having that lifeline of like, man, I feel stuck. And when you start digging into those KPIs and like, it's a lot of numbers, but without it, you're going in completely blind. With it, you have the opportunity with, honestly, Coach Mike to be like, all right, here's where we're at.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. So Coach Mike's able to say, hey, you didn't see this blind spot over here. You might want to pay attention to that and go solve it.
Exactly.
That's cool, man. So I always like to ask everyone when they're sitting up here, if you could look back at yourself 2 years ago, where you were, what's one piece of advice you would give yourself then?
And I think Tiff just nailed it. Like I've done a lot. I've read a lot. Like I'm a voracious reader and I worked hard to take care of myself personally, but I still have so much room to grow. And so for me, looking back, I'm like, I wish that I would have kept moving that needle. I spent the last 2 years, honestly, prioritizing my health And I feel like I've finally got a plan for that. And so I'm like, all right, what's next? Like, what are the books? Who do I need to talk to? Who's in the room?
Yeah. What room am I in? Right. Yeah.
Exactly. So stepping more into that COO role instead of just into the minutia of the business. And like, all right, I got a lot of leadership development opportunities in our business and for myself personally as well.
Dude, that is so awesome. You know, one thing I've noticed about high achievers across the board, and Tiff and I had a little bit of a conversation about this last night. We were looking at the difference between champions and championship mentality versus like people who will like win sometimes and they're okay. Like they want to win, but they're okay with like trying their best and not winning. And the highest achievers, it sounds like you're very similar to us in this regard. Like they are focused on showing up every day and being the best version of themselves.
100%.
And that's what it takes to achieve at a high level.
Yeah. Regardless of what's happening around me or what's happening in my life, I'm like, I still have to show up. And for me, it's just a daily plan of execution. Like if I'm having a bad day, question one is like, what did I eat yesterday? Was I active yesterday? How much water did I drink?
Right.
And it's not a bad day until I solve those problems today.
Right.
Like if I screwed up yesterday, I got to fix those problems today. And it's not a bad day until I've worked through my personal checklist for success.
Right. Dude, I love it. Well, I appreciate you for coming up here and appreciate you for sharing with everyone. Let's give them a round of applause. We have an award for you, actually.
I will say it's a team award.
It's a team award, yes. I believe it's MVP, right, Tiff?
Yep.
Yeah, so you guys, look.
We got to get cooler looking awards, guys. We got to get like belts or something.
Here, come on. Let's step up here. Let's grab a photo here if you don't mind. And awesome, man. Well, congratulations on all the hard work. You and the team. Congratulations, you guys.